Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unboxing and building the Gothic Cityscape from Battle Systems. This is going to be a great set of terrain to use for Kill Team, and it comes with a neoprene mat that is the Kill Team size as well. So it's perfect for that. Any 28 to 35mm games, this is going to work great. In the video, I'll get it all out, we'll go through all the contents, have a good close-up look, and then I'll build it and give you a tour of the battlefield, show you how the system works, and hopefully this will help you decide whether or not this is something that you'd like to add to your collection. On the back, you can see everything that's going to be included and the layout of the battlefield as well. There's so much going on here, you can really get a dense battlefield on your 22 by 30 inch mat, and there's tons of ways to build this as well. It's not just what you see in the picture here, you can assemble it in all different ways, and there's all different sections from walls, doors, scatter, terrain, everything you need to create some interesting and dynamic battlefields. It's also compatible with Core Space as well, so if you like playing that, you'll be able to add to your terrain and use this in your games as well. And you can use it for many other games. I like to use Battle Systems terrain for Moonstone, Warcry and Population Z. They've got tons of sets to choose from, but this one I think is a really good option if you're looking for something for Kill Team, and especially with the recent disappointing launches of Kill Team terrain. I think this is really going to make up for it and a good option. Let's get rid of that wrapper and we'll get this open. It's quite a dense box this, good weight to it. It's going to be packed with good stuff in there. And there we go. Right away we're greeted with the mat. That's everything you're going to get in the box. And we'll have a close-up look at this. I'll lay it out on the table and get some close-up shots so you can see the quality of the printing and everything. So we get the mat, really good that that's included. You get an envelope here. We'll be opening that and revealing the contents later on too. And then the rest of the box is going to be made up of these thick card sheets. And the great thing about the Battle Systems terrain, it's obviously already coloured and painted. So once you've built it, you're good to go. And you can flat pack it back into the box it came in. So if you're short on storage, this is hardly going to take up any room. Right, that's all the contents then, so we'll go through it step by step. We'll have a look at all the cards laid out on the table. Let's do that first, and then you can see everything. So this is the full contents here, all the different sheets. Some of them are going to be repeated. So here, this one, you're going to get 4 of the different walls and ruins and pillars. As with this one as well, you're going to get 4 of those. And those little doors pop out, and you can put them back in as well, as you'll see later on. And then you get 3 more here with some really cool little storage crates. And then this one, these are 3 different ones with all different unique components. Let's lay that mat out so you can have a close-up look. So this is the 22 by 30 inch mat, and you can see here, really nice. It certainly fits in with the Kill Team vibe. Reminds me of a lot of Into the Dark with the different colours dotted around. So that's going to give you a good feel right away. And you can just see with the details as we zoom in a little bit closer in a second, you'll be able to have a good look at the printing. So great quality, real nice mix of stonework, the modern kind of wires and metal flooring. So it's going to really set the scene, and it's also going to fit in with perhaps some of the other terrain you might have in your collection as well. You'll want to get those folds out. I don't like it in the box to store it. I like to either roll it up or put it under a few other mats and put some weight on it. It's quite thin, as you can see here, so you're going to be able to weigh that down and get rid of those easily. But yeah, rolling it up is a much better way to store it once you've got it out of the box for the first time. Okay, let's grab that envelope and we'll get this open then. So in here, you might be thinking it's something pretty cool. It's basically just the clips that put everything together, but it's nice that they put it in this padded envelope because it protects all the cards and everything, so it's not going to get stuck into it or anything. So a nice little touch, added expense for that padded envelope, and another step in the packing process, but it goes to show they care about the product getting to you in one piece and in top condition. All right, here we go then. Let's have a look up close at some of these sheets. So all A4, nice thick card, and you can see it's double-sided as well, and it's often not repeated on the other side, so you've got some variety. And so the more of these you put around, although you've got 4 of the same cards, it's going to be mixed up well just by looking at the different windows and the different things. You can also pop out the little panes of glass if you want to, or leave them in. I like to pop them out so you've got lots of little angles to look through on the battlefield and take some shots through and things like that. That's the first set of 4. Let's grab 4 more. So these are more of your like ruined pieces, and then you've also got some of the little platforms as well. and the columns and little things you can put hanging on it. Also some rubble and things like that. So these two here are designed to clip together, so you've got a nice tall window, and once you put the clips on and sandwich them in, you don't even notice that they're two pieces once it's set up on the battlefield. And then you've got all these nice little details. You can see that it's all labelled as well, so you know which pieces go with which other pieces if you've got to put some together in a certain order. But as it goes for the buildings and the ruins, you can assemble it in any way you like, so there's no specific way to do it. When you come to pieces like this though, you will need to put certain pieces with other pieces, but those will be labelled so you know exactly what to do. You've got other little doorways and things, big open panels, and then you can see you've got some different things here like a throne, all sorts going on. And again, they're all labelled on one side so you know exactly what you're going to be doing. You've got conduits, consoles, loads of crates which are great for objectives and for storing little tokens. Especially if you play core space, you can put the little weapons and gear that they find in those crates, which is great fun. Now we've got 3 more. These aren't repeated, so you're only going to get 1 of each of these, and this is going to give you the stairway, this platform, and some other components there as well. And there we go, so you can see really nicely printed, loads of details, and it's great that you don't have to paint it. It saves a ton of time if you're in a rush and you're not into, maybe you're not into painting the terrain, you just want to get playing with it. This is going to be a really nice option. After about an hour or so of assembly, you're all ready to go. This one contains a lot of the different crates, you got all different colours as well to mix things up, and they've got some barricades in there as well, which is going to fit in nicely with Kill Team. Then you've got different generators, storage, you've got this little crawler, which is like a little crane thing going on, so nice little features to dot around, and again you can use a lot of these as objectives in your game. That's all of the card sheets then. And now the next thing to do is to pop them all out and start building. So I'll give you a little demo of a couple of pieces to show you how the system works before I assemble everything. Let's do the ground conduit, and you can see that they're labelled. There's 3 parts to this, so we're going to pop them all out. Sometimes you'll need to use a little craft blade, but I found with this set it comes out easily, really crisp. Some pieces like this are scored, and then you just gently bend them into shape. So there we go. Really nice, it's all very intuitive this, and then there's no instructions specifically for components, but if you go to the website there's some great tutorial videos that show you how to do different parts, and then you just get them out and you can see that this is the way it goes together. It's pretty obvious when you get the different bits which goes where. So there we go, that's it. You can glue it if you want to so that it's permanent, or you can unpack it and flat pack it down again if you want to store it back in the box. Let's do a building now, so you can pop out these pieces like this, and then again coming out really nice and easy. And then I like to get those windows out. You don't have to. This one's a little bit tougher. There we go, out it comes. Yeah, you don't have to take the windows out, but basically you're going to go with these little slots, and then you're going to grab these pegs, and there's all different shapes. There's L shapes, T's, crosses, different angles, and then you're just going to simply put your little peg in the slot there, push it in. There we go, and then you'll add the other one, and there's so many different combinations here. It's pretty unlimited the amount of different setups you can build because you're in complete control. Again, with no set instructions for the layout, you can copy the picture like I did on the box, or you can just make it up yourself and come up with all sorts of different layouts. Let's get those window panes out. Some of them are fixed. I tried to push this one out, but it's not. That one's not going anywhere, so that one stays in, but there we are. Yeah, nice to have all those little things to peek through. I think that's really fun and just adds to the immersion when you're looking on the battlefield and you can see through all the windows and get nice angles. I really like that. So that's a simple corner piece, and that's all you're going to do really to start building it up. If you want to add a little level like this, you'll grab another piece, either a T, a cross, or a little right angle, and then you'll just pop it into the larger slots. Some of the slots are smaller, so you've got to look for those larger ones. Pop that in, and then when you do one on the other side, that's really sturdy. I mean, even with one peg, that holds up really well. Certainly holds metal miniatures, and you can pack it with little scatter pieces as well. So that's the system, that's how it works. Now I'll go away and build the rest. And here it is, the whole setup completely built now, and I've used every single piece to really fill up this battlefield. Of course, you don't have to. If you want it to be not as packed as this, you can do different configurations. But I really like having that nice big piece in the centre. And I use some of the arches underneath so you can walk through it. And then on each corner, you've got some nice vantage points. You've got those platforms. And then with all the scatter terrain as well, you can really get some nice cover for your miniatures. I've grabbed out a few of my Kill Team miniature collection to show you what they look like, and you can even put them on the stairs, and this is a larger base on one of my intercessors there, and they fit nicely. So if you're halfway up the stairs, you can just like rest their base in the little slot and that'll hold them. Got all those vantage points. You can create these really cool little corridors to walk through as well. Having those windows popped out is great fun for the snipers. There's the larger window as well. And you know, you could use this for Warhammer 40,000 as well, and with the ability to build it in different ways, you could even make it fit for tournaments. I think that would work nicely. I really like they've included some of these little barricades in there as well, so you're going to get some nice cover, and then you've got all these arches, all these little windows to look through, which is just really good fun once it's set up. The crates, I love putting things inside, is awesome when you explore and find them, and there's certainly enough there to cover all the different objectives that you'll find in Kill Team. When you put these together, on the lids you will need to glue a couple of pieces like this, and then that just holds the lid on nice and snug, and then you can just click that in place. I also glue the bottom section in as well. And then you've got all these little doors and hatchways that have been taken out. And the great thing about this is you can pop them back in if you want to. So if you wanted to do some boarding actions, or you wanted to place them into the dark style games, you can use the doors and have them open and closed as well. So that's really fun. I like that they've done that. And then you've got all these little tokens, these little posters, so more options for objectives. But if you add some blue tack to the back of these little signs and things, you can just simply pop those on to the models any way you like, and then that just adds a bit more character, a bit more immersion. It's all these details that bring the sets to life. Then you get lots of scatter terrain, like these little pipes, conduits, old bits of rubble, and they're strong enough. If you put a couple across like this as a beam, you could rest a model on there if you're careful, and you can also just add a bit more character by using those slots and then putting them like this. That's really fun. You've got loads of pipes and bricks and things. You can just dot these around just to add a bit more texture and, again, a bit more character to it. You'll see there's loads of clips left over, so you've certainly got lots of options when you build this. And there they are on there. They almost blend in when you're far away from it. Like here, you wouldn't even notice the clips. But when you get up close, obviously you're going to see them. But even when you're playing, I find you don't notice it. You're focusing on your figures, your miniatures, and the whole setup and the objectives, really. So you don't notice those little details. But all up, a really great set. Like I say, I'm a massive fan of Battle Systems, so really happy to be sharing this with you. And a big thanks to them for sending it out. It's not a paid promotion, but they did send me out the set for free so I could share it here on the channel. I'd love to know what you think about this for Kill Team, so let me know in the comments section down below. This week I've been busy working on my Population Z Welcome to Huntsville launch and the Pop Z asset book as well. I've also been working my way through the How to Play Population Z series, so if you're interested in finding out more about that, there'll be links at the end of this video. You can also find out more about Core Space, where I've done a complete How to Play series and broken down many of the sets. All that's available on the channel. Be awesome if you check it out. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and now you've got another option to get some proper Kill Team terrain on the table. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, it'd be awesome if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and to keep up to date with all the gaming news, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.